How you guys doing? Coach Anthony here, head boxing instructor at It's On Boxing MMA in Delran, New Jersey. So what I want to talk about today is hitting the heavy bag. This is going to be more for the intermediate boxer, the boxer who's been doing this for a while. Maybe not that long, but not a guy who just walked in the gym either. What I see a lot of the times when people go in front of the heavy bag, what I notice is people go in front of the heavy bag without a plan. What they end up doing is just standing in front of a heavy bag and throwing their punches and kind of standing in one spot. You also have some of these other guys that they're trying to look cute on the bag and they're just touching, and that may play a purpose, but for the most part when you're hitting a heavy bag, you want to have a plan. So for instance, as soon as I get in front of a heavy bag, I already got a few things in mind. For one, I want to make sure I'm at a good distance. As you can see, I got my lead arm here. This is basically my distance, because as soon as I get in front of a heavy bag, typically round one, my plan is to box. I don't plan on going into a boxing match and standing right in front of a guy and banging with him. What I plan on doing is keeping my critical distance, establishing a jab, and that's basically my plan. Second thing I want to do is I don't want to keep my head in the center line for too long. When I talk about the center line, I mean directly in the middle. As you can see, I'm in the middle right now, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to slightly tilt to the right so shots can come over my head. You got the jab going over my head, the right hand going over my head. So when I get in front of a heavy bag, I treat it the same way. When you're finishing with your combinations, you should always keep in mind movement. After a right hand, I might roll out. After a left hook, I might shift, I might roll out. Another thing I might do is just use my legs to escape. So for instance, right now, I'm starting off, my head's off the line, I'm moving my head so I'm not a still target, I'm popping my jab. As soon as I drop the right hand, boom, I roll out, I step to the right, I got an angle that creates a whole new thing for me. So basically, what you're doing when you're hitting a heavy bag is consistently creating different situations. You don't want to just stand there and throw punches. It's not just about throwing punches, it's about creating situations. So also, a heavy bag swings. As you see it swings, when it swings to me, I step away. When I go to it, when it goes away, I might step to the side to get an angle. These are the other things that I focus on when I'm hitting a heavy bag. So when you're putting it all together, it may look something like this. I'm using my jab, I'm using my feet, the bag swinging. I might step to the right so I'm not in front. I might step to the left so I'm not in front. Drop a combination, roll under, throw a left hook, shift off the line. These are just the different things that I'm consistently thinking about. The heavy bag is your opponent. So standing in front of a bag and doing this plays a purpose, maybe if you're trying to condition yourself, but this isn't how you should be hitting a heavy bag for 3 or 4 rounds straight, because you're developing bad habits. You're not moving your head, you're not rolling, you're not using your footwork, you're not creating situations. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring one of my students, Jin K, in here, and he's gonna demonstrate, a quick minute of what hitting a heavy bag looks like. You notice he doesn't stand in one spot too long. He's establishing his jab, he's keeping his distance, he's moving his head, he's rolling his head when he's done punching. Good, he doesn't keep his head in the line, good work. So that's really all that is. So when you guys are hitting heavy bags out there, guys, treat it like an opponent. Try not to stand in front, do too much of this stuff for too long. Maybe the last 30 seconds of a round, you may want to do that. But always keep in mind, the way you train is the way you're gonna fight. So you want to keep it realistic, all right? If you want to learn how to do some of these moves, come on down. It's On Boxing MMA. We're in Delran, New Jersey. Check out the website, itsonboxingmma.com. Follow me on Instagram at Coach Anthony. The gym, It's On Boxing MMA. Boxing life.